Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Mug. I am Huck, and man, today, we have a special guest on today, and you guys are just going to dig it. We're just going to sit here and wax poetically about anything physical media and movies. And if you have not been here before, this is just sort of like a little impromptu morning show I usually do. I never schedule too far ahead of time because you never know with schedules when you can do these. So, but today should be a fun one. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Morning Mug. Unmuted. Well, this is live for you. I just realized I was mute the whole time I did that intro. So I want you to use your imagination and think, what was Huck saying? Probably something to me personally, which it was. I was talking to each one of you personally and letting you know what a fabulous show this is going to be, but you have to wait until I start the intro to have that. And now, without further ado, I'm going to introduce my special guest today on our show, and that is Side Hustle Cinema. How's it going, my man?
Hello. How's it going, Huck?
Very good, very good. So sorry about that wonky intro. You know, it's funny because when you do these, you sit here and you talk to each other for the whole time. You sound great, and then you launch live and realize your mic is on mute. So let's see if we have any comments letting us know. Here we go. 4K D-Rays here, everyone. It's Blues Day again. Yes. And we are here for you guys that are headed out right now to go out Blu-ray hunting, Blu-ray shopping. If you want to put us on like a podcast, slap us on your radio, pump it through the speakers, and Side Hustle and I will fill your ears with goodness. So Side Hustle, I'm going to let you take it away. If people don't know who this guy is, he's a rad dude. So give us a breakdown of your channel.
Well, it's Side Hustle Cinema. It's definitely the place to be. No, I have a good time over there. I do a physical media report on Mondays now, kind of get you prepared a little bit for the upcoming week. I like to talk about things that maybe are a little bit under the radar, and usually a little more slanted toward horror, but I include everything in the channel. I'm trying to do more 4K disc reviews. Haven't done any of those in a minute, but I've got some lined up. I do the haul videos, all kinds of things. I got a bunch of stuff planned. I've got some lined up. Whoop, got a little feedback there.
Keep going.
But I do some mystery box stuff. I love the mystery boxes with from Zobi, or I just did one from Bam Horror. I find those pretty fun. And also some conventions are coming up this year. I'm going to be doing some more convention stuff. I did one last year. And I think there's like 3 that I'm planning on going to down here in Florida this year. So.
Nice. Well, now, I'm a big convention goer as well. So, and I just did Comic-Con back in November. That was a blast. Although it was very, it's kind of a watered down version of what it usually is.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they were just trying to bring it back and just let people know we're back, because Comic-Con's been active every year since it came out in the 70s. So 2 years in a row, it was gone. So, well, let's say hi here real quick to Mika. What's up, Mika? Little double horror pack.
What's up, Mika?
Lovely face. 4K D-Ray says hi back to her. Look, everybody's just chatting. Everybody's chatting to us, chatting to themselves. What's the convention coming up you're most looking forward to?
Well, there's a new one actually coming this year called Spookalla. It's going to be in Ocala, Florida, which is kind of unusual. It's not a big town, and the guest list is looking pretty good, but I like a small convention, because you get a lot more face time. Yeah. Last year I went to one called Phantasm Orlando, and it was really small. And I mean, I got like 10 solid minutes with Tom Atkins, like uninterrupted. No one else was in line, because we're both like from the Pittsburgh area originally. Well, he's still there actually. And it was just a lot of fun, getting to talk. You had just so much more time than the big conventions.
Yeah. That is true. Hang on. Here we go with Caveman Movies and More says, hello, all. Hello, sir. I agree with you. I had gone to a convention as a smaller one, and they had the dealer's room and the autograph room, right? And
Yeah.
the great thing about it, just like you, there was this guy. Do you know who Clayton Rohner is? He was from Just One of the Guys.
Oh, okay.
Great comedy from the 80s.
Yeah.
Joyce Heiser. And I got to do a TV show with him. He was on a TV show called G versus E, Good versus Evil, which only lasted one season. It was a total blast. I got to play this courier where I get my ass kicked at the beginning by this, rogue bad guy who's trying to steal this thing I have. And he was such a stand-up dude because after getting my ass kicked, right, and they learned that the package was stolen, the very next scene is them talking about the stolen package. And Clayton goes, well, where's the courier that lost the package? And they go, oh, well, we've already sent him home. And he goes, doesn't it make sense to have him in this scene? And they go, yes. And this is back when they had pagers, y'all. So the pager goes off and says, get back to the set. So I go back to the set because of Clayton Rohner, and just so I could be in that scene that they talked about me. So I saw him sitting there and I talked all about that. And I thanked him for just like, that was really cool, man, hanging out. And
did he remember you?
Oh, yeah. Well, he remembered the show and all that. And I told him Just the Guys was awesome. And it was with a very, very beautiful young girl. So you gotta tread lightly. I was like, I didn't want to go. I was like, is that your Johnny girlfriend wife? Yeah. So yeah, 4K says, what's up, Caveman? Right back, hey, 4K and Mika. Outside local Best Buy. Oh, Caveman's doing some shopping. All right,
see, on the East Coast, it's almost 11, so it's like 8 minutes till. So yeah, people are probably lined up outside Best Buy right now.
I get a lot of them lined up. It's like, let me in.
Yeah.
You got to get that steelbook. But dude, that's what it's like these days, right? You go in and there's like 2 steelbooks and you're like, nope, sold out. Or they're already, pre-ordered and they're already given away to people. That happened to me, I think, with The Thing, when that really cool steelbook came out with the faces that are sliding apart.
Right.
I walked in on that first day and they're like, oh, no, they're all in the back. I'm like, all in the back? Like do those? And then I did ask them, well, what's your policy of bringing those back out? And they said, well, in 7 days, if they don't come claim these, we put them back out on the floor. And
okay.
And so, of course, I went back in 7 days. I'm like, and they're like, oh no, everyone claimed those. I'm like, of course they did. Of course, I'm gonna let those roll.
You know what the move is now, though? The move now, because they shut down the pre-orders like a couple days before. And so you can't pre-order anymore, but they still have a few. And what they'll do is that they'll end up opening it up for you like at 3 a.m., like Monday night. And they'll let you, claim it for in-store pickup. But there's only like 2 or 3 left. So, I mean, the move is to get up at 3 a.m. and
move.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing you got to do now. I mean that's what I did. I was so scared of missing out on that Punisher steelbook. I mean that's literally I set the alarm and got up at 3 a.m. just to make sure I could do the in-store order.
Oh, so you could do the in-store order. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing the in-store order at 3 a.m. No, you're not outside the store at 3 a.m. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that's like you're going to like the people that lined up for the new Star Wars movie around the corner. They did that out here at the Man's Chinese Theater for like a week. People had chairs camping out. I'm like, where are you going to the bathroom and eating? And you got to call your friend, bring me some snacks.
Yeah.
Mika also does curbside. That's pretty smart. 4K D-Ray says they fooled me and opened it up at 1:30. What?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. See, did you miss out on something because of that, or were you still okay? Let us know. We must know. You like the Oscars? Make sure to smash the like. Well, thanks. Yeah, smash that like button. I always forget to say that because I'm just so I'm just chilling and hanging. So, but yeah, if you guys could smash the like button and when this is over, we will definitely have some links down below from my man Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
You tell him such a Simpsons fan. It just rolls off the tongue. Sideshow Bob.
It does.
But yeah, we're gonna have your link and all that good stuff down below. So yeah, definitely sub up to this dude. He does fun stuff. No, I got what I needed. Okay. Just going up another location. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get out and about and do some chopping.
Yeah.
Now, are you excited about the Oscars at all? Speaking of the Oscars,
Um, yes, yes and no. Actually, I need to check the nominations. Did you're familiar? Did Jennifer Hudson get in? No, probably didn't. Right?
no, she didn't. For respect, no, she didn't. She did get the
I
SAG,
got
she got the SAG nomination, but
that was so good, and I thought she was definitely worthy. And Marlon Wayans got like no mentions at all, and he was so good in that movie. I mean,
it's funny because there's
excellent.
always those snubs that happen that you're kind of surprised. In fact, there was another one. So not just Jennifer Hudson, but Lady Gaga, who was really great in House of Gucci. Nothing.
Right.
Like, wow. So, but yeah, we can go over those in just a bit. Let's see. Hang on, I want to go back here. Mika says, I'm lucky my Best Buy always has all the popular steelbooks available. Well, that is lucky. Nice,
That
girl.
is.
Go out there and snag some. Kami says, no, they just announced them. Yep, and we're going to go over them, sir. That is a hot topic for this morning. 4K says, same here, Mika, but it seems the steelbooks are getting more limited. Yeah, they are. Although it's funny because, like, depending on the title, I just did a run this weekend, and there's still steelbooks there for Hacksaw Ridge and Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
It's like, so steelbooks, like, I guess where I am anyway, it's nice that they're there, but it's more like, I don't think there's as many collectors out where I'm at, or those would be snapped up. I think it's just more like movie lovers. And I think titles like Requiem for a Dream, which is kind of a downer of a movie, it's not, if you want the steelbook, I think you're really just getting it for the steelbook.
Right.
I guess you could love the movie too, but there are some movies that you just want to pop in and have that rewatchability. And I don't think that's the one where you go, I need a real feel good. Requiem for a Dream or Hacksaw Ridge.
I was feeling too good today.
Yeah.
I need a downer.
What can really drain my juice?
Then maybe I'll watch Stars Born.
Well, let me tell you though. Okay, so I want to get all emotional or anything, but when I saw Stars Born, what was it, 2 years ago? I think it came out. And I will tell you, I had the fortune of never seeing any of the other A Star Is Born versions. So
okay.
I hadn't seen the Judy Garland, didn't see the Barbara Streisand.
I hadn't either.
And dude, I'm telling you, I freaking loved that movie. I was all in. I thought Lady Gaga was stupendous. I thought Cooper was great too. I personally thought it was the best film of that year because it had everything. So it was like these actors are just emoting like mothers, and who knew Bradley Cooper could direct that well and sing? And he didn't really get any love for any of that other than directing the moment at the Oscars where they sing Shallow together. That whole presentation where they wheel the piano out and Gaga's there and he sits down and they sing. He choreographed and directed that entire thing. He did. And she won. So it was like just even more sweet that they got that. But so spoiler, hit mute. Maybe I'll just say at the end of the movie, I did not expect how it ended. And I bawled. Yeah. I was like, no. I was literally like this. My wife had to leave the room because she knew what was coming. And she was so sweet. She came back in and put her hand on my shoulder, like, it's like, I know. I'm like, oh, like I didn't, it was,
yeah,
so good. See, that thing is like, it's kind of like that. The ending is like that, but the rest of the movie is very.
Right. Yeah. There's been movies like that you can still enjoy maybe a little bit of a downer of an ending, but the movie was still good. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. 4K says, okay, we got that. A lot of snubs. Yeah, like if there's any snub that you are disappointed in the most, man, let us know. Like throw it in the comments. Let us know your Kristen Stewart got in. I saw that. She was fantastic. I got so many screeners from SAG. It's not even true. That's true 4K. Which one's true 4K, Mika? Did I miss that? Did you catch that? I'm sure she'll tell us any second now. What's true 4K? Is that?
I think it's from where he said that the steelbooks seem more limited.
She's talking to 4K D-Ray.
Yeah, yeah.
4K D-Ray when you got your name as a hot form of media. It can be a little confusing. But yeah, let us know what you guys pick up out there today. I'm curious.
Did you pick anything up today?
I didn't get anything today because for me it's early. It's 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I pretty much go to work at 9. So I got a couple of things in already. I've been wanting this here. There it is. Ready or Not, this great horror movie.
Oh, it is.
So I was at a friend's house, and that snuck under the radar. I'd never heard of this, and it was fantastic, man. So I could not wait to snag that. I went down, it was like $8.99. So, and then here's one I just got in. So let's check it out. I have these all sitting over here. To do this later. I'm going to do it later, but let's see what we got. Oh, okay. And I'm going to do a sci-fi thing coming up, probably for my birthday month, which is April. And it's 2010, the year we made contact. I remember liking that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Probably more than 2001. That's right. I'm going out on a limb. I know 2001 is like considered a classic. Like a lot of people's top 10s always make it number one, but because they think it's supposed to be number one. But I do believe there are better sci-fi movies than 2001. In fact, if anything, I tend to argue Star Wars should be number one because of the impact on cinema. 2001 was a great movie, but it didn't really impact cinema the way Star Wars has. I mean, Star Wars made people want to be in movies, take up special effects, take up makeup effects, take up acting, directing, all that stuff. Right. And no one left 2001 going, I got to do that, except for maybe the guys who said that and then worked on Star Wars, But yeah, I smell rant on 2001. I get it, folks. Shocked by Lady Gaga. Yeah, we're not being nominated. Wait a minute. You just blew my mind. Okay, we may have to jump on this. I'm just going to say, are you shitting me that Tick, Tick, Boom did not get nominated? I'm pissed. That was so good. Okay, we may have to jump on that. Yeah, and Jennifer Hudson, she was fantastic. I don't know what language that is. Okay, so how about we jump on some of these? So check out some of these things.
Sounds good.
Hey, look, it's us. Isn't that clever? All right, so we're gonna. I'll let you take the actresses. How about that? You want to do the?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so take it away, sir.
All right, so hang on a second. Let me find it here. All right, so do actress in a leading role?
You got it. Let's start with that one.
All right, well, of course, we got Kristen Stewart for Spencer. We got Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos. We got Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers. We got Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, and Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you seen any or some or all of those?
I've just seen Being the Ricardos. That's all I've seen off that list.
Yeah, what'd you think of Nicole's performance in that?
I mean, it was fine. I didn't see Nicole Kidman, which is always the hard thing that you get. Like when we get to Will Smith, see, I have a problem with Will Smith because of that. But we'll talk about that, I guess, when we get to actors.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was fine.
I was actually surprised just how good she was. When I first heard that Nicole Kidman was playing Lucille Ball, I'm like, that's like that wouldn't even have entered my brain as the first person to pick. But
it's got to be tough to pull off. Yeah.
It was quite good.
So level of difficulty, but because she makes it look pretty easy. I mean, I guess that's probably why, you don't feel like it was. It's hard to do, unless maybe you tried it.
Right.
Try to pull off a Lucy.
I would say too. I've seen the others. Actually, the only one I had not seen yet was Penelope Cruz. But I will tell you, Jessica Chastain as Tammy Faye is even more mind blowing than Kidman as Lucille Ball. That is phenomenal, and she's got makeup on too to actually make her look more like Tammy Faye.
Yeah.
Which is always like a thing because I'm such a makeup nerd that sometimes I start to look for the makeup lines because I'm like, oh, it's so good. Where's the nose stuff? And I didn't really see any. So that was, testament to the makeup department there. Olivia Colman for Lost Daughter. Look, I love me some Olivia Colman. She is fantastic, but that was a downer of a movie. Yeah, talk about Side Hustle. You want to kill your mood? Oh my God, The Lost Daughter, and look, and there's not her character isn't even filled with redeeming qualities. She's not very likable,
Right.
and it bounces back and forth between a flashback of her younger being a real not. She doesn't really love being a mom. Like she's like when the kids get to be too much, she just has to go. It's like it's that kind of story. And so, I mean, I love her, but I don't want her to win for this one. And of course, Kristen Stewart for Spencer was fantastic. So out of all these, I will have to pop in Parallel Mothers to check out Penelope Cruz. But I was stunned. No Lady Gaga for House of Gucci.
So you think Stewart's probably the front runner?
I don't. I think she's actually, because it's also Kristen Stewart, and I'm glad and I say that with a little, I don't even know the word I'm looking for because I hated the Twilight movies.
Right.
So to me, seeing her do phenomenal work like this makes me love her as an actress. In fact, during Halloween month last year, I watched Underwater. Dude, have you seen Underwater?
I love Underwater. I actually don't mind Kristen Stewart.
She was so good, like from the get-go.
Yeah.
That thing starts with a bang. She's sitting there brushing her teeth.
Oh, it does.
And bam, like the thing is hit. I'm like, holy crap, this movie didn't waste any time. And it's like a lean, like hour and a half, something like that. Yeah, if you guys
very fast-paced.
God, it's so good. Hey, look who's in the house. Mid-level media morning, guys. Everybody. And I know you're heading out to do your Blu-ray hunt, so just pop us on your speakers, man. Bluetooth it, so your hands free and your eyeballs free. No crashing because of us cool factors right here. Let's see what else we got. Mika says, I haven't seen Parallel Mothers, but have the others. Good. So you're in my camp here. Good nominations, however. I think they missed out on some good performances like Ruth Negga in Passing. Yep. And I think the front runner is, Coleman or Kidman. See, I agree with you on Kidman. Coleman, I mean, I really think Tammy Faye. I'm pushing more for Jessica Chastain. Although it is weird, like to see movies about people that aren't really in the media right now, like Tammy Faye, who cares, right? It's a great story, but it's not like it's a fresh story you want to know about. So you almost just have to just go in and enjoy it for the story that it is and not use the timely factor as a thing. Underwater was great. Stewart gets a bad rep. Yeah, she's very versatile from the breakout roles. And like Speak, which was good. Has anyone here seen the new Charlie's Angels? See, I didn't see that again because of my, I was like, Kristen Stewart. But now that I've seen like Underwater and Spencer, I'm like, oh, maybe that Charlie's Angels is like worth looking at. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't watch it. It didn't look good to me, and the word of mouth was just so bad on it. It wasn't because of Kristen Stewart though. It was, but I didn't even like the ones that that Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu. I didn't like those either.
Oh yeah, see, I thought those were good popcorn fun, man. Cameron Diaz, boy, that girl can whoop some ass. I thought it was a lot of fun. And who is it? Crispin Glover was the thin man.
Yeah.
This movie. Hey, Crispin, he's a filmster. All right, well let's jump in here to the lead actors, which I'll take the run on that one here. So no surprise, we got Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch, y'all, in The Power of the Dog, Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom. So I'm very happy to see that there. Will Smith in King Richard, and Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth. So, man, this is another super good competition. personally, I mean, like Javier was good, but I don't think he's as standout as these others. Plus, I also sort of felt like Javier Bardem seemed a little old to be playing a young Desi Arnaz. Did you feel that? So I don't say
Yeah.
that. Like he felt like Desi Arnaz was a young, good-looking guy, like a Bruno Mars should have been
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. I
Desi.
mean, yeah, it's like he didn't age.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't see how chicks will be flocking. Chicks will be flocking to, what's going on? Okay, sorry, my FaceTime just popped up. So let's see. But Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog, he was outstanding. Andrew Garfield. So for me, my race is between Andrew Garfield and Will Smith. Those are the two that just brought everything. I mean, Andrew, I don't even, from what I understand, I don't know if he knew how to play piano and sing and all that stuff. So he learned all that for the role. So that sort of turns somebody into a triple threat at that point, because now they're playing and they're singing and they're acting. And Will Smith, oh my God. And King Richard was the first film I saw in this whole competition. Like when I got my stack of SAG screeners, that was the first one I watched, and it is still top of the list for Best Picture. So I'm surprised myself. I haven't even looked yet. I'm hoping it's there. So yeah. All right. Would you like to tackle the supporting ladies?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see.
Who we got?
We've got a lot of categories here. Let me. Hang on just a second.
If you can't find it. I have it here if you can't find it.
I've got it. All right, we got Jessie Buckley for the Lost Daughter.
Yeah.
Judi Dench for Belfast. We got Kristen Dunst for Power of the Dog. We got Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. And how do you say the girl's name for King Richard?
It's Ingenue.
Ingenue Ellis for King Richard.
Mm-hmm.
I think now.
What speaks to you, man? What's calling you? Hitching the fields.
I liked her performance in King Richard. I liked it. I liked it better than Will Smith. I wasn't a big fan of the Will Smith pick. I really wasn't. Yeah, and for me, Will Smith, and I know we're on this category, but there's just something about him that I can't get the Will Smith out of his characters. Maybe it's just years of watching The Fresh Prince or things like that. But no matter what character he plays, I have a hard time seeing past Will Smith. And I don't know. I mean, I thought he did an okay job, but I don't know. I don't really get that one. I don't get the performance. Maybe it's because I don't really like Richard Williams. Now, maybe because I'm a big sports fan. All right. Now, a lot of people don't even know Richard Williams from sports. They only know him from the movie. Okay. I love tennis, and I watch a lot of tennis, and I'm a big fan of Venus and Serena, and have been forever. And I was so worried that when they first came onto the scene, especially, Venus really came on first. I was afraid that Richard Williams was going to ruin their career because he said some crazy, crazy stuff, in his interviews and things like that. They made him look a lot better in this movie. Yeah. And I know there's some sympathetic stuff. I didn't know about all the things that he endured, growing up. I'd heard him talk a little bit about that. But the way that he managed their career, I'm not 100% sure. He got him there, and I give him credit for that. But once he got him there, he kind of held him back. He made it hard on him, I thought, to be able to get along in the media and stuff. So I have mixed feelings about that. Love Serena and Venus, but man, I never cared for Richard Williams. He was always kind of he just came off really bad. I mean, most of the time.
Yeah, and it's definitely movied down a little bit for that film, so that because you don't want to be hating Will Smith the whole time. But I hear you too about Will Smith's his star power is so huge. It's kind of hard for guys to look past the Will Smith. It's like Tom Cruise. I'm a Tom Cruise fan, but it does feel like you're probably watching Tom Cruise do his Tom Cruise Chapsaki run, but they're good. They're great actors though.
Yeah.
Let's jump over here back to our comments. See what we got here. Caveman Movies and More says there's only one Encanto steelbook out. Did you snag it? Did you want it? That's a great movie. My daughter picked that the other last weekend. We always rotate who gets to pick the movies, and she picked Encanto. I'm like, sure. And oh my God, it was so good. Loved it. Yeah, it was really good. Denzel and Macbeth is a great performance. Will Smith role was great in King Richard. And then Caveman says 2001 and so forth. See, there it is. I'm not alone. And let me tell you, and it is not without trying. I've tried 3 times to see that movie and be blown away. And I'm mildly impressed if I don't fall asleep. Let's move on. Okay.
It happens.
So yeah. All right, let's see. I also don't want to lose time. So where are we at? You did supporting actresses, so let's do supporting actors real quick. All right. Oh, good. So I get all the tongue twisters. Thanks a lot, man. Here we go. Prepare for the butchering of a few names here. I have a Ciarán Hinds for Belfast. I'm gonna give him a good shot though, y'all. I have Troy Kotsur for Coda. Jesse Plemons for The Power of the Dog. J.K. Simmons for Being the Ricardos. Oh, man. And Cody Smith McPhee for Power of the Dog. Damn. Oh, my God. I haven't looked at these yet. So I'm like, that is such a good category. Christ. So here's the thing. So Troy Kotsur for Coda. If you haven't seen Coda, God, dog, I went to Letterboxd. I just gave that 5 stars. I don't hand out 5 stars very easily, but that was such an engaging film and entertaining, and the entire family's deaf. They hired, the actress herself is not deaf, but she learned sign language and all this. I'm doing this like it's real sign language. Thank God I was on small screen, so you didn't see me looking too doofus. Here it was. No, I think that's Italian. Hey, fuck. So, but yeah, there's a scene where Troy Kotsur plays the dad, and he doesn't get that she wants to be this artist and a singer. He needs her to stick around, and they're fishermen, right? And then so she's the hearing person who can speak to the people on the docks and make deals and stuff like that, because it's hard for them, the father and the son, who are both deaf, to deal with them. So she's kind of like their interpreter, but she doesn't want to live her whole life being this interpreter. And there's this moment, and I guarantee you, this is why he got the nomination. It's where he realizes, he touches her throat and he says, "Sing to me." And my God, that is such a freaking beautiful moment. It's what movies are made for. And if that moment wasn't in there, I mean, he's funny throughout the film. He wouldn't have got an Oscar nomination. But that's the scene. Everyone gets that scene. That's why they got it. So for me, he's really high up there if they lean on that scene. Jesse Plemons is really good. He doesn't really have a scene like that, though. He's solid throughout the whole film, though. Love that guy. That guy plays weird better than anybody. And J.K. Simmons, oh, my God. So you've seen Being the Ricardo, so you know how good J.K. was in that role as Fred. Oh, man, so good. So I'm thinking maybe, he's won for Whiplash, so maybe people will lean to somebody else to give the award. But they don't think that way. Anthony Hopkins still beat out, Black Panther. Why am I blanking? Help me out. Wasn't it Black Panther?
Oh.
See, we're on the spot. We can't remember. Anyway, so he beat him, and everyone was thinking, oh, this is his chance for that posthumous Oscar, but the Academy still gave it to Anthony Hopkins. So
Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick. I knew so. Okay. what do we got here? I will
Yeah.
jump to those comments in just a second. And then Cody McPhee, Smith McPhee, was also great in Power of the Dog. And again, he's got a scene in that film. It's kind of the end. No spoilers here, but it's the end that you go, oh, wow. Did you see that movie? Did
Yeah.
you see Power of the
Yeah.
Dog? What'd you think of that? What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
That ending, the twist ending, were you impressed by it at all? Did you see it coming? Did you like, it's a twist ending?
I never see these things coming. I mean, I'm like the worst.
Well, I think that's good. So they like people like us. Like, oh,
but yeah, I mean, no, it was definitely it was definitely good. But I actually I like Fleming's a little more than I think you did.
oh no, I liked it. I just don't know if I think he nudges out Troy or JK.
Yeah.
But you think he is really good though. I say it with a very light, like everyone's on like this. It's, you have to kind of irk.
Yeah.
You think Jesse could take it? You think?
I don't know. I mean, I think he deserves one, like, retroactively. I think, but because he's just been awesome in just about everything he does. I don't know who the favorite is in this.
I know, right? I don't either. I feel like it's just like
I don't think there's a clear cut one. And this will be one of those where if you're playing those pools, this is the category where you're going to set yourself apart.
Ahead, you're falling behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's not going to be easy.
Comments here real quick. Let's see. Mika says Richard doesn't have good history with his prior children. Let's see. Coda was amazing. Cried at the ending. Me too. Oh my God. Oh, it was so good. And also Star is Born. Cried at that one. Caveman says, I can't believe Lady Gaga got snubbed. Thought she was in for sure. I did too. That was like the second movie I saw in this run of stuff. And I was like, okay, she is fantastic. I mean, she got the Golden Globe nom. So I don't know. Who do you take out? Do you take out? I don't know. Somebody should have. Although if you take one of the others out, then you're like, oh, why did Nicole Kidman or why didn't Jessica Chastain? Somebody's got to get snubbed so you can say somebody got snubbed.
Yeah, you almost thought that Lady Gaga should get in, just for the ratings.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you think they would have done it just for that, just to get the buzz, get the ratings, get the viewers? I mean,
yeah, because
I don't know.
Penelope Cruz, not that a lot of people have seen Parallel Mothers, or probably a lot of those really yet. But Miko says, Marlee Matlin is one of my favorite actors. Glad to see this film get recognized, and the representation it highlights. Troy Kutzer is amazing in this film. Yes, it was so fun. Like Marlee Matlin's kind of like the patriarch in that film. You're like, when you get like the blessing from her to come in and play the mom, I'm like, all in. That was super good. Yeah, that is a tough category. All right, let's see. You want to take Best Picture or Best Director? What you feel? It's coming.
You go ahead and do Best Director, and I will finish up with Best Picture.
All right, so let me show you here. So Best Director, like they don't even get their own big button like all these other ones. So we have Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. Okay, here we go. Ryusuke Hamaguchi. That was my first try. For Drive My Car, which I'm completely unfamiliar with. Oh, okay. Don't get me started on this one. Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza.
See why I gave you director?
I got it pretty good. Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. And Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. All right, I'm going to tell you my least favorite of this, and that is Paul Thomas Anderson's Licorice Pizza. What a pile, guys. I'm sorry. He's this very, kind of a bizarre filmmaker, things either resonate or don't. I did not get that film at all. I'm watching it the whole time. The two characters are always like, it's almost like a sitcom. You're going to get together, you're going to not get together. Either do it or don't. Plus, the age difference is very creepy as shit. He's 15, she's 24. Like, what is happening in this film? Bradley Cooper shows up as a movie exec. I think it was Peter Goober. He was one of those ones that did Batman. There's always like an a-hole. He's always like, but I just did not care for that film at all. I didn't think there was, I think 100% he should not be on this list. We should have, I don't know, Tick Tick Boom director or King Richard director. Yeah, I could do without that. So that's my rant on that. I'm gonna dial it back, but I did not think that was a very entertaining film. But Belfast was excellent. Have not seen Drive My Car. Power of the Dog. Jane Campion did a fantastic job with that. Looks beautiful. Performances are outstanding. And West Side Story is still in my queue to watch. So, yeah, I don't know if this is like a rat race like the one we just looked at with the supporting actors. I think of the ones that are here that I've seen, like again, I saw Belfast, Licorice Pizza, Power of the Dog, Licorice Pizza on the bottom. I put Power of the Dog, Belfast pretty close to the top together. Power of the Dog a little bit higher. And once I see West Side Story, maybe Spielberg can come back and take the Golden Award for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of those two? Now, have you seen Licorice Pizza?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm super excited now to see it.
Yeah. Up for you. But you know what? That's the thing is like, I'm sure it's like, so it's like everybody's jam. They're going to, type in, oh, how could you not like Licorice Pizza? I'm like, cause it was.
Well, I've heard mixed things about it. So I'm not surprised.
It didn't treat the characters. I'm like, I didn't care. Like at the end, I'm like, I don't give a shit about you or you. Like, like that's kind of bad if you feel that way at the end of a movie. Drive My Car is great. I would highly recommend. All right, Mika, putting it on the list. I just got to find it.
I think we should have brought Mika in for this one.
Right? Oh, she's right here. She's talking to us with some
yeah
keyboard love. But yeah, man, we should get you on. Get a little morning chats going. It's gonna turn into just like a big old cafe hangout. So everybody's got their little drink here and had my breakfast. Chat with.
Yeah, I wasn't quite prepared for Oscar buzz.
See, that's why we got to roll. That's why I like fresh combos. I wasn't either. In fact, we were having breakfast this morning. My wife's like, "Hey, the Oscar nominations came out today." I'm like, "Topic." That's why I didn't look at them ahead of time. I'm like, don't tell me anything. Let's just sort of look and see what we got.
Last year, I watched as many as I possibly could because I was in a lot of polls. I was in this contest that someone was running on Instagram. And so I went way out of my way to watch as many nominated films as I could for all kinds of different categories. And it was actually a lot of fun to do that. I don't know if anyone's running any kind of contests or polls or things like that, but those are pretty fun to get into. So yeah, I definitely gotta, now that all the nominations are out, now I gotta sweep through there and watch some more of these.
I will definitely say this is the biggest year I've seen. Oh, another thing I just realized is not represented at all here is Nightmare Alley from Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
that was really good. Like I would put that so high over Licorice Pizza for best director.
Yeah. I just watched that one the other night. Yeah.
Yeah, like thoroughly entertaining. Cooper's great. Kate Blanchett is fantastic. I mean, like that's a snub, I think, for the supporting actresses. I would have dropped that in here over Licorice Pizza. But yeah, that's the thing is this year has been the most movies I watched because I got on the SAG nominating committee this year, which is great. You don't get on that very often. I think I've only been on it twice in my lifetime out here. And I think it's like now that I'm on it, like 8 years has to pass before I get on it again. I think, or it's just a lottery. Maybe we'll be on next year. I know it's like I think Nielsen's like that too. Like once you've you become a Nielsen rating, then you can't do it for a while.
Right.
But, yeah, so I've seen a ton of these. So the only ones I hadn't seen was that Penelope Cruz and then this one here. Okay, let's see what else we got here. She's Mika says shocked not seeing any nominations for The Last Duel. The Ridley Scott. Although it's funny because Ridley Scott, I guess, had 2 films. House of Gucci was Ridley Scott, and right, I'm pretty sure, and that was it doesn't seem like a Ridley Scott film,
right?
So yeah, maybe that's his shot. And notice he's not in here as a director either. But then again, I mean, well, let's just find out what happened with Best Pictures. Take it away. I'm dying to know what made it and what didn't make it.
Okay. We got Belfast.
No, I knew that was coming.
We've got Coda.
Oh, nice.
This one surprised me. Don't Look Up.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Drive My Car.
Wow.
We got Dune.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
King Richard. Licorice Pizza. Nightmare Alley.
Okay.
Power of the Dog and West Side Story.
Was King Richard on there? Did you say King Richard?
Yeah, King Richard's on there.
Wow. That is a crazy list. All right, so I'll let you take the lead. Tell me things you love on there. Oh, yeah, because I forgot that the list is longer. It's like 9 nominations or something.
Yeah, something like that. 1, 2, 3,
Dune.
4, 5, 6, 7, 10 nominations.
10. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting because you see like all the other categories, and there's some a little bit sort of more obscure movies. Most of the ones on here are all a lot of mainstream stuff. That's kind of interesting, like Nightmare Alley. I was a little surprised that was on here. I mean, I love that it's on here. I mean, I really enjoyed that one. King Richard, I definitely thought it would be on here. Don't Look Up, that one. What happened? That one doesn't. I don't get that one. But and then I mean, I've heard you talk about Coda and how good that is, so that's no surprise there. And Mika likes Drive My Car. What's your opinion, Mika? Like, is this a good list?
Yeah, I feel like Drive My Car is sort of like the Parasite or something. It's like something most people haven't heard of, but it must be really good or it wouldn't be in there. And then Parasite won. I was like, what is that movie? Which I have seen since. It's great.
I don't know. I mean, it's it's. I don't even see like who's the front runner in this one.
I don't know if there's a front runner. I think they're all, you got some strong, I think some fun surprises would be like Coda. If something like Coda would win, that would be, I would be fine with that. That would be like a treasure, because then more people would see that film, which I would want. Don't Look Up. All right, let's talk about that. So Don't Look Up was this strange mess of a movie where you've got, the thing is, it's amazing actors. When I saw that cast, I was like, that is going to be a great movie. I love Leo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep, but Meryl plays a weird president. Jonah Hill is her son, is in a completely different movie. Every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, okay, I just feel like Jonah Hill is being allowed to improvise. And so I'm pulled out of the movie when they let him do that.
Yeah.
And so you kind of got this sort of reality, I use the term based Armageddon type thing with Leo and Jennifer. And then you've got this sort of Mars Attacks weird comedy thing coming from Meryl Streep and Jonah Hill. But the two are not in the same movie. So every time they try to put the two together, I'm just like, I'm not invested in this film. So that was my take on Don't Look Up. Like, what was your take on that?
Well, I mean, it was entertaining, but I didn't think it was Oscar worthy. I mean, that's the thing that, I hold Oscars to a much higher standard. I mean, I like some trashy stuff,
Trashy stuff, yeah.
I mean, and so but I want the Oscar to be a pretty pristine kind of movie, and that one just doesn't have that Oscar feel to it. Jonah
No.
Hill, he's going off the rails. I love Jonah Hill in a lot of things, but I don't know if it's the fame or it's these crash diets or something that he's going on, but he's becoming a bit of a weirdo, right? I mean, and all you hear about is how horrible it is to work with him.
Oh, that
And
sucks. Yeah.
yeah, I
Is he
mean,
just too cool for school now?
yeah, and I mean, he's a problem with like directors have problems with him, other actors have issues with him. I mean, unless he's working with Apatow and those guys. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to rein it in. I don't want him to go away.
Well, I think that's the problem too. Is when he and Leo get together because they worked on Wolf of Wall Street together. I think they get very playful, and then when you got
Yeah.
someone like Adam McKay who's known for doing good comedies, I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's a good recipe if the film. I don't know what to say about this film. It's just so strange. Even the ending tries to be this dramatic, bittersweet. We're all gonna die. This is gonna hit. I'm like, what had more impact, no pun intended, and it was Deep Impact. Deep Impact is all about an asteroid about to hit, and that scene with Tia Leone and her dad on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Saying, I'm just gonna be with you. I'm like, oh my god, that's like a tearjerker. This one,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, just hit the house already.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my thing. All right, Mika, what you got down here? We says,
yeah.
surprising noms with Don't Look Up. Yeah, for sure. I would say Drive, and my car is worthy. It's all over the place. Now, Drive, my car is all over the place, or because we know Don't Look Up is. Now, I don't know. I don't mind if something's all over the place if it's in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense because Don't Look Up was all over the place in a bad way, in my opinion.
All right, I wanted to look up cinematography, because like when I saw Dune, I was like, I don't know if it's like Best Picture exactly, but definitely cinematography. And yeah, it's in there. It's cinematography. We got Dune, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story.
Oh wow,
that's a pretty strong field right there.
That's a very strong field, and I definitely know with all those panoramic shots in Power of the Dog, those were fantastic.
Yeah, and
Dune looked great.
Oh yeah, Dune, and Nightmare Alley too. I mean,
yeah,
it just kind of sucks you in, and awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, Mika says here, yes, movies in the Best Picture category are all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. Here, I'll jump into another category because I do editing by trade. So I'll tell you the editors and then give you my opinion. So Don't Look Up, no. Dune, King Richard, Power of the Dog, and Tick Tick Boom. Okay, so those are really good choices. Every one of them. I've seen all of those. It's tough. I think when you get into films like Dune, which kind of like jumps around from thing to thing, you got to be very conscious to not lose your audience, and that's
right.
That's a tricky. God, I feel like I saw a movie. Oh yeah, I just saw the Eternals. Have you seen the Eternals?
I haven't. No.
I was not impressed with Eternals. That's one I would not nominate for Best Editing because it jumps all over the place.
Right.
And if you look down for a second and they put the thing up that says, 60 years earlier or 2 weeks later, and you miss that and you look up and you go, wait a minute, I thought that character was dead. Like it's hard. There's so much bouncing around. It gets confusing. And so, yeah, I don't think the editing kept that going very well. But on this one, I don't know. I push for Dune or Power of the Dog for Best Editing. Because I think King Richard's great. Although I don't know, King Richard's good too because of all the great sports photography and the editing during those scenes. because yeah, sports, you know, you got to cut sports to an exciting way. Like tennis has to be exciting when you're watching it. And
Right.
I remember the directors and stuff was saying like they watched every tennis movie and every tennis thing that they could find to find out what would look good, what would be some great angles, you know. So I'll have to sit on that one. King Richard might get that one. But anyway, oh look, so speaking of Drive My Car, it's also one of the best foreign films. I'm not going to read the other ones off because I don't know any of them. So, but here's a category I always love, and this dates back all the way to 1981, I believe, American Werewolf in London, when Rick Baker took home the Oscar for Best Makeup, and made that a category. Makeup, a lot of people don't know, was not a main category at the Oscars until that movie, because it was so groundbreaking. People were like, why isn't this a thing? You know, like back when Planet of the Apes came out, they got sort of an honorary special Oscar for that makeup. And then it wasn't until, bam, American Werewolf came out. You got it again. Anyway, so we got Coming to America, Cruella. That was really great makeup on Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Dune, Eyes of Tammy Faye, which I had said earlier, she got all the makeup prosthetics to look more like Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. So, I mean, I don't really see them Coming to America. I mean, I don't. Yeah, they look good. I don't remember I know. It's always when they go into the barber shop and Eddie and Arsenio.
Yeah, it's where Eddie plays all the characters.
Yep. You must be driving yourself crazy. So yeah, I mean that's a potential because there's a lot of makeup in that scene. So yeah, I mean, oddly enough, although sometimes it's like as good as it is, sometimes it's like popularity. See, all this stuff is sort of bogus anyway because it's just a popularity contest.
Yeah,
it's not really like who really was the best. It's sort of like you know when Harvey Weinstein literally bought Shakespeare in Love over Saving Private Ryan. Like that was a total bought Oscar. And of course, Spielberg next year says, "Okay, we'll take you down next year." And American Beauty beat him the next year. But House of Gucci was good makeup, just putting them in period makeup. But yeah, I probably lean towards Eyes of Tammy Faye or Coming to America, just because they played it an integral part to you believing the character.
Right.
So, I mean, Cruella was more, it's not prosthetics. I think it's more just, that's the thing too, is it's makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, well, if you add that together, Cruella is really great because she has this crazy black and white hair and the makeup and the line. So
it feels like a setup, like it could be like an Eyes of Tammy Faye type thing. You know, especially if that movie gets shut out in a lot of other categories, you know?
Yeah. I know, but wouldn't that be bad? Jessica doesn't win, but her makeup did. Now, well, this is a bummer. So
visual effects, that one could be fun.
What we got on that one?
We got Dune, Free Guy,
Ooh,
No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Dang, that is a great category. That's as even as any of those other acting categories. That's really great. I mean, I would just say probably not No Time to Die because, I mean, it's a great film, but I think the others have more effects like Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I mean, Free Guy's like almost all, you know. I mean, everything going on around him, you know.
Oh, I'll tell you, last year, that was my favorite film because I was so surprised. It's the first film I saw getting back into the theater. So in a year and a half, it was the first film I had seen back in the cinema. And I was laughing so much. I was like, this is so good. You know, it was nice that it wasn't based on something like an IP that we've already seen or a sequel of something. It was kind of this fun, hilarious new film. So I'd be stoked for Free Guy. I mean, Shang-Chi and Spider-Man, I always tend to lean towards, well, it's a lot of the same stuff we've seen in all the Marvel movies, not to discredit it because it's fantastic stuff. But we have seen those effects before and know that they're great. Whereas Free Guy, like you said, Free Guy is sort of, you know, it's this whole environment. And there's all that little stuff in the background that you're talking about. Little things. What do you think? Is that the
Uh,
top dog?
I
Maybe.
mean, that would be my pick. I don't. That's a tough one to predict. That's one that they would like throw a bone to. To someone like maybe I don't know. I don't feel like they would do it for Spider-Man. Um, you know what? Maybe Free Guy. They might just go ahead and give it to Free Guy on that one. I think I would.
Yeah, that'd be a fun award. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just tackle two more categories, and we'll wrap up our morning. I think so. I know I gotta
Sure.
pretend to go to work and work. But want to do the writing categories? See what we have here for best picture. So we have adapted screenplay and original screenplay. So I'll tackle the adapted screenplay, give you a chance to find the original. So for
Okay.
adapted screenplay, I'll even share the screen here for you. All right. So adapted screenplay right here, we have Coda, Drive My Car. There it is again. I got to see that movie. Dune, The Lost Daughter, and Power of the Dog. It's not even, I'm just going to say Coda. Like, I think that was just a fantastic film. I've seen all of these except Drive My Car. And Dune was a nice adaptation. It was nice that I think it's finally one that I could follow. The Lynch one was a little harder to
Right.
follow, but yeah, I think I go with that one. Here, I'll pop up the original screenplay here again for you. All right.
Yeah, I've got it. So for original screenplay, we have Belfast, Don't Look Up,
That movie.
King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World.
Huh. That is a bizarre top 5.
Yeah.
Like Licorice Pizza, hell no. I mean, sure, if you give it to him, whatever. Then I just don't click with that kind of thing. But absolutely not. It was a train wreck. I mean, really. I don't know what you feeling, bro. So would you say King Richard because it makes him not look like a dick?
Probably.
He's actually tolerable. Nominate that because that's not what he's like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, you could see. I could see King Richard winning it. Actually, I could see King Richard or Belfast probably winning that. I would. I don't know about The Worst Person in the World. I'm not real familiar with that one, but yeah, maybe King Richard wins that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think potentially that. I mean, there's a lot of buzz on that film, so I mean, don't
there
look
is.
up.
I mean,
like no on Don't Look Up. Like why? What is? I mean, even if it was, the acting was even throughout it. I don't understand. I don't see what the special about the story.
Yeah.
Right. Like anyway. Well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about those nominations, but for that, but I don't know.
You know what, though? I think that's another one. Like, I don't know if you do what I do. Like, we always print out Oscar sheets, before the thing, and we all fill them out and then we trade them off.
Right.
So, nobody cheats. I definitely think there are some categories here that will tip the scales. Like that one earlier you were talking about. It's like, oh, that could be one. So, yeah. All right, that's good stuff. And there's music. It's funny because Encanto was nominated for Best Original Song, Dos, that's a Oreguitas. But, and that's got Lin-Manuel Miranda. So if Encanto gives him that, he is gifted the Oscar for Encanto. You know what happens, right, Side Hustle? He becomes an EGOT winner.
Oh, really?
That's right. It's the only thing holding Lin-Manuel back for being an EGOT winner is the Oscar. Ironically, it is also the only thing holding back Cyndi Lauper for being an EGOT winner. I keep thinking, God, I wish the two of them would write something together so they could become EGOTs at the same time. Could you imagine?
Well, that's cool.
I love her. So.
Swept the category.
And that's the only one. Oh, so also though, we have No Time to Die with Billie Eilish writing that one. And I know she's a hot ticket, and the last.
I did like I did enjoy the song. I liked it.
Ironically, the only Bond song to ever get the Oscar. Do you know what that was? A little trivia for you.
No.
I'll give you three choices. Was it For Your Eyes Only by Sheena Easton, Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney and Wings, or Skyfall by Adele?
Wait a minute. I think I remember Adele winning it, right? But
you are correct.
My favorite Bond movie is For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, dude, I love that one too. Absolutely. Yeah, I love For Your Eyes Only. I was pulling for that. And, the reason I picked those other two is they were actually nominated as well for Best Song. I was hoping that was going to win. It's sort of like Huey Lewis in the News. I couldn't believe he didn't win for Power of Love for Back to the Future.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up with a few more comments here. Let's see where we leave off. Okay, Mika says movies and best picture. Yeah, all over the place. What is this? The Mockbuster says Chicken Boy for best costume. And of course, Mockbuster, you get mad love for me. That's a film I was in. It's a movie called Steel Frontier. It was like a Mad Max ripoff. And I was Chicken Boy. If I had a picture, I'd flash up real quick. But this costume was insane. And yes, I should totally win for best costume. Do you know I tried to ask for that costume when the movie was over? I'm like, can I have this? And like, well, we need to hang on to it in case we need to do pickups. I'm like, yeah, but who are you going to get to do the pickup if it's not me in the suit?
Yeah. And sure as I get to come back.
And then there was no pickups, and then I didn't get the suit. Could have a real movie.
There's a sequel.
Sign it one day and give it to a fan. Chase Wilson, good morning, sir. Good morning, guys. What a great and crazy bunch of nominations. Totally, man. Totally. I can't wait to do a live show after the awards and talk about those. Visuals are great. Yeah, love that. That's a really strong one. And of course, Mika knows her Oscar winner, Skyfall. Adele, took home the gold on that one.
Hey, what would be kind of fun?
Yes,
is if you did like a quick live stream like before, and had some people on and had them like show their ballots. They go over their list.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then we all take off, go watch the show, and then come back afterwards for like a little round table Oscar, discussion, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be fun. Could be a good idea.
Have a chin scratch in there, buddy. Yeah. I think that is a doable thing. Well, my friend, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything you got coming up before we wrap it up here this morning? This is a great talk about the Oscars. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Yeah. I wish I'd have been a little more prepared for the Oscar talk, but
but I like not being prepared. Right? That's a part of the fun. Get you on your toes.
But we nailed it. That's
the
most important thing. One of the snubs that got snubbed this year is a movie that I don't think a lot of people have seen, and that is
what the hell?
That is Huck and Hustle.
Hey, hold on, let me full screen you again. Let's see this. Holy hell. That is so good. Look at this. I'm in a suit.
When you sent me that little thumbnail for our show here today, I was just sitting around playing around with it, and I was like, that could be. I was thinking of Hobbs and Shaw. I was looking at the Steelbook, and I was like, Huck and Hustle. That could work.
Hilarious. See, here you go, Buddy Cop. So
Buddy Cop. It's
kids doing a Buddy Cop month. They were Buddy Cops this morning. There it is, Huck and Hustle.
Huck and Hustle. It's a good show right there. You should pitch that to those executives.
Come on it. Huck and Hustle. Oh, I'm speechless. That was hilarious. All right, well, my friend, I'm going to give you the floor one more time to sell your amazing channel and your incredible gifts about Photoshop. So take it away.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me on. I had fun. I love Huck's channel. He should have 1 million followers, for sure. Yeah, well, come on over to Side Hustle and Cinema and subscribe if you're not. And we talk. It's all physical media stuff over there for the most part. Do some Blu-ray hauls, some mystery box stuff, some autographs. We talk the physical media report that comes out on Mondays. That's always good. And I've got some 4K disc reviews coming up. You should check those out for sure. And come on over. It's fun. Not too much fun, but fun.
Me too. Yeah, no, it's fun, man. Yeah, get on over there and hit like and subscribe. In fact, if you're not a subscriber on this channel too, I mean, look at all the fun we have.
Hit subscribe over here too.
Hit the likes, hit the subscribes to both our channels. We're two fledgling guys. You started last year too, right?
Yeah, July 19th. And it's been just a little over 6 months. It's been good.
Yeah, and I just had my anniversary in January 18th. I hit my 1 year on this, so. We're all new to this, y'all. So get down there and hit some likes and subscribe. We really appreciate that. And again, I want to thank Side Hustle Cinema for coming on here and me surprising the hell out of him with the whole Oscar talk. But I thought it was a good time.
It was.
Definitely do this again next time. So guys, stay safe out there. Get out there, do your Blu-ray hunting. Let us know if you found anything cool. And we're going to catch you guys later.